everyone. This is Jan from New York City, and we're going to talk about emergency funding today. Now, if you haven't already started one, please know that it is just so important to have one. And the experts say that we should begin with at least $1,000. If that seems insurmountable to you, take heart. Just be patient. Go slowly at it. And if you need to set your goal at $500 for a beginning, that's a great place to start. But you are going to be surprised to recognize you might be sitting on a mountain of money and do not realize it. For example, you may have unclaimed funds going to you. I'm going to link up my video, which will direct you to the real place to find out. There are a lot of scammers out there. Beware of those people, and my video will tell you all about it. Let me get my trusty notebook for a second. Okay, this is important. Besides that mountain of money you could be sitting on, look around your house. I'm going to say it again. You may have things that you just no longer need, no longer want, and if you're not using it, and if you're not needing it, it has absolutely no value to you, but it might be valuable to someone else, and that could translate into cash that is much needed towards your emergency fund. The other thing to take into consideration is when you're working with your salary, you may consider having less money taken out of your taxes. Now, this is a really good strategy if done properly. If your intent is to have less money taken out of your taxes and more money in your paycheck, great strategy. Remember this, your intended purpose. Your intended purpose to put that little bit of difference, or maybe significant difference, towards your emergency fund. And it's to be used for that, only emergencies, because you never know when they're going to strike. You never know when that refrigerator is going to break down, or your child needs a new pair of glasses. You just don't know. Life is full of surprises. You want to be ready. And turn your actual change into cash. You know, many of us, as a habit, we put change in change jars and bottles, and time goes by, we just keep forgetting about them because our lives get busy and we do things and stuff. It might now be the time to really dig in that thing. You might have a couple of $100 sitting in that change bucket that you've been collecting for a while. Go turn that into actual dollars in your bank account, and then just put that towards your real, tangible emergency fund. You may not know it, but you may have that couple of $100 you already need right under your nose. And I did mention about the taxes. Setting goals. Set realistic goals. Make them clear. But your friends or family can help you out in this case. Be honest. Tell your closest friends and family, without getting into terrific detail, that you are intending to save for a real emergency fund. And this way, they will be more patient and understanding when you decline that extra trip to the movies or that fancy trip out to the diner that you don't need. I'm not saying don't see your friends. Just don't waste your money on things that you really prefer to put into an emergency fund. And here's the thing with the emergency fund. You're not just buying the ability to get things with that emergency fund. The psychological knowledge to know that if something goes wrong, you don't have to tap on that, quite frankly, unnecessary credit card. A credit card is a ticket to debt. If you don't have money and you can't pay for something and can't buy something and you can't pay for it with cash, don't do it. It means you can't afford it. So by taking a credit card, you're begging for debt. Do you really want that debt? It's like you're just stuck with that thing. No. Concentrate on your emergency fund. Concentrate on your emergency fund. And if the recent government shutdown didn't teach a few of us a lesson in emergency fund availability, I don't think anything will. That's just my personal opinion. Sometimes you might even get that unfortunate phone call over the death or loss of a friend or relative that forces you to travel and need airfare or a train fare or whatever. You have to have the money available. And don't rely on other people. Rely on first, this is my personal belief, the good Lord. I'm going to throw that in. And then rely on you. And see it through. Excuse me, please. So real friends will really understand that you mean business, but you have to prove it to them by meaning business. Don't say, oh, I want to save an emergency fund. And they walk in the street and you see this electronic gadget in the window go, but you know something? I did save $500. I can afford it. Notice to distinguish between a want and a need. We all need practice with that. All of us. All of us. There was one year, I just love carousels. I think they're the cutest thing. But this is when I was way back in my middle 30s. I'm 60 now. So I learned a few things since then. I really wanted this carousel, this toy carousel. It was $49, and I kept wow, and I want this carousel. It's so cute. I love carousels. They're just so cute and detailed and everything. But cute and detailed doesn't buy dinner. Cute doesn't buy that important bus ticket to get to your aunt's house if she's not feeling well. As you get older, you get wiser. So you always, of course, we all need to practice the distinction between a want and a need. Oops, I see that I went over 6 minutes and I really don't want to hang on to too much time. But you get the idea. Start small. You can't save 1,000. Aim for 500. Look around you. Look in your cushions underneath your sofa. I don't care where you look. You may have it under your nose. Check out the video I'm going to link up in the description box for unclaimed funds that may be coming to you, and you could right away zap that. Have less taxes taken out of your paycheck for an instant raise, but put that difference towards your emergency fund. You have to really want to. You have to really desire to. That's all I can say. But just remember how it felt when there was an emergency the last time, and there was nobody to turn to. Keep that in mind. So with this, I'm wishing everyone an amazing upcoming week, and I look forward to seeing you next Sunday when we talk about more important ways to save money. Have a great day.